Hello, in this video, we'll learn how to solve radical equations. A radical equation is an equation in which the variable appears under a root sign. From the question we have here, notice that x is the variable. And here we have x. We have another x here. Now this particular x appears under a root sign. So this is a typical example of a radical equation. And without wasting time, we are going to solve this problem and determine the values of x. So the first thing we'll do is to make a substitution for root x. So we'll say let root x be equal to, now we are going to introduce a new variable and let's call it p. So let root s be equal to p. If we square both sides, we'll have this root s squared is equal to p squared. So the squared will cancel out with the root and we have x is equal to p squared. Let's call this equation 1 and let's call this equation 2. Now from this equation, we have root x and we have x. So we have made substitutions for these two. So wherever we see root x, we'll replace it with p. And wherever we see x, we'll replace it with p squared. Now, if we do that, we are going to have x becomes p squared minus 11 root x becomes p plus 24 is equal to 0. And let's call this equation 3. Equation 3 is a quadratic equation. And in this quadratic equation, the coefficient of p squared is equal to 1. So that means that 24 becomes our product and minus 11 becomes our sum. So we'll look for two numbers that will multiply to give us 24. And if we sum them or add them up, the result will be minus 11. So without wasting time, the two numbers are minus 3 and minus 8. Because minus 3 times minus 8 will give us a positive 24. And if we add up minus 3 minus 8, we will get negative 11. So we'll come here, p squared. In place of minus 11p, we will now replace with 3p, minus 3p and minus 8p. Then plus 24 is equal to 0. We are going to factorize by grouping. Between p squared and minus 3p, p is common. So factor out p. P squared divided by p is p. 3p divided by p is 3. And here we have that minus 8 is common. Minus 8p divided by minus 8 is p. And positive 24 divided by negative 8 is minus 3. Everything is equal to 0. Our two brackets are the same. So we'll take 1, p minus 3, and create the second bracket with p minus 8 equal to 0. So we have that p minus 3 is equal to 0 or p minus 8 is equal to 0. So we are looking for p. If we move minus 3 to the right hand side, p here becomes equal to 3. Or if we move minus 8 to the right hand side, p becomes 8 here. So here we have that p is equal to 3 or 8. P is equal to 3 or 8 cannot be the solution to this problem because p is not the original variable. The original variable is x. And so we expected to look for x and not p. So what do we do now? We'll go back to equation 1 and equation 2. We are going to substitute the values of p into equation 1 or equation 2 in order to find our x. So, but I'll prefer using equation 2 because it has been simplified and it will enable us get our x direct. We can also use equation 1, but the difference is that using equation 1 means that we are going to square both sides in order to find x. So, if we go with equation 2, now we have that p is equal to 3 or 8. So when p is equal to 3, we have that x will be equal to p squared, which is equal to 3 squared, and that is equal to 9. And the second case, when p is equal to 8, it implies that x will be equal to p squared, which is equal to 8 squared, and that will give us 64. So x is equal to 9 or 64. This becomes the solution to this equation. So x is equal to 9 or 64. Now we are going to check if these answers are correct by substituting in the original or the main equation. So let's do that. So we have that x is equal to 9 or 64. So if we substitute, now the first case, when x is equal to 9, this equation becomes 9 minus 11 root 9 plus 24. And we are going to see if the result will be equal to 0. So this is 9 minus 11, root 9 is 3 plus 24. So we'll have 9 minus 11 times 3 is 33 plus 24. 9 minus 23 is minus 24. Then plus 24 is equal to 0. So this one is confirmed. Now we'll take the second case. When x is equal to 64, we have 64 minus 11 root 64 plus 24. And we'll have 64 minus 11 times root 64, which is 8, plus 24. And we'll see whether the result will be equal to 0. So here we'll have 64 minus 11 times 8 is 88 plus 24. 64 minus 88 is minus 24, then plus 24, and that will also give us 0. So the solution x is equal to 9 or 64 is correct. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel to get more interesting videos. Thank you.